What's going on, beautiful people? Daniel Medier here. Today, I'm going to talk about the best training method for gaining muscle. Because there's a lot of controversy. What is better? Light weights, heavy resistance with the H3, one set to failure, multiple sets to failure, or not to failure. What is the best? So, I pay some attention to science. Not a whole lot. I pay attention to science when it benefits me, when I feel like, okay, this could actually improve my results, which oftentimes was not the case at all. So, what is my intake on the heavy training, one set to failure, or multiple sets and getting the pump? One set to failure is a phenomenal tool to build incredible strength because you can do progressive overload. Let's say you have H3 force bar, you're constantly measuring the amount of force that you produce and you always beat it, then yeah, this is a phenomenal way to increase the raw power, raw strength in the muscles, okay? In my personal experience, I haven't gained so much more mass physically, visibly. I haven't gotten that look that I was looking for, that bodybuilding type big look. So for the raw strength and power building, I use one set of failure and I always beat my previous maximums. Now for the aesthetics, I use multiple sets, 3 sets, 30 to 40 reps, get a really, really good pump, get the muscles super tight, loaded with blood and oxygen, okay? That's my favorite method for the looks. That's why you have bodybuilders who don't lift as heavy, but they have much bigger muscles than powerlifters. You train the muscle for different purposes. Now, if you do one set to absolute failure with ridiculous amounts of weights, you're going to train your muscles to be extremely powerful, and you're going to teach the muscles how to contract the tissues and produce the amount of force that you're constantly making your body go through. Versus when you're constantly loading the blood with oxygen, loading the muscle with the blood and oxygen, and you're constantly making the cells load up more and more and more nutrients and more hydration and more carbohydrates and proteins, etc. You stimulate more growth to the size of the muscle. That's why bodybuilders are muscular wise a lot bigger than powerlifters. A lot of powerlifters just have way too much body fat to begin with. However, that's my take on the one set versus 3 sets. What do I do? So most of the time I go 3 sets, 30 to 40 reps, and then once or twice a week I go super heavy. If I go super heavy every day, it's about for 2-3 weeks, and then I do a deload. So for 2-3 weeks, I completely focus on building strength and power, and then I naturally gas out. I just can't do that all the time. Like do orange and a black band for deadlifts every other day, pretty much. It's just super exhausting. My body is completely attached. Central nervous system is deep fried. So I have to take a break, and I have to do a deload week after that. Sometimes I last 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes only 1 week. Really depends. And then I go back to 3 sets, 30 to 40 reps. I am physically active almost every single day. So in my routine personally, I don't really take days off. Now, the more you beat your previous maximums, the less you're going to be capable of doing it. If you're a beginner and you do one set of failure, it's going to be very easy for you to beat your previous maximums. Okay. If you're advanced, now you have a lot more work to do just to beat your force by 100 or 200. Okay. It's going to be tremendously hard if you're using the H3 force bar. Or if you're not using it, you're doing orange band for a deadlift, you did 14 reps, let's say in 3 or 4 months into the progressive overload, it's going to be about 2-3 workouts until you get up to 15 reps. It's just a longer process, which is completely natural. So 30 to 40 reps are my deload weeks, which I spend most of the time doing, and then I do some progressive overload and super heavy. I use super heavy to keep the strength in the body, to keep my body very tight and pretty much capable of hitting the heavy weights, but I don't prioritize it anymore. I really focus on the longevity and getting really good muscle size, and I prioritize aesthetics over anything. By that being said, to the supplement side, the weight loss are supplements. 30 mg is back in stock. The brain supplements are in stock. The boxes of the weight loss supplements are always in stock. Now we got the muscle building supplements that are also in stock. So if you need anything, just let me know. If you want to have your order shipped on Monday, place an order today because I'm always shipping, usually Mondays, Wednesdays. I wait a couple days until the orders build up, and then I ship it out. We were sold out of weight loss supplements, which I'm not really surprised by because they made your life super easy. It's so easy to stay in a calorie deficit, and also they enhance the weight loss in general. Um, there's a certain data that points out that our supplement supports the lipolysis, which is the body fat burn, and the subjects that have been taking these glucagon production supplements pretty much are increasing the weight loss. And somewhere between normal natural adults were about 400%, 400 grams of the fat that they've lost, and when they were enhanced on the R supplement, they were losing about 700 grams of pure fat. Okay, so it enhances the fat burn for sure. That's one thing. But the second thing is that you're finally going to stop eating the calamari and cheesecake that is prohibiting you from losing weight. So the weight loss supplements back in stock, muscle building as well. Shoot me a DM if you have any questions about the training, diet, or the supplements. See you later.